Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while, but today I've got a really great tutorial lined up that's going to boost your presentation skills. Whether you're a student, a PowerPoint pro, or a freelancer, this should give you that extra edge. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
So before we dive into PowerPoint, we'll need to grab those 3D models. You can find them on SketchFab, and don't worry, I'll leave a link in the description so it's easy for you to find. Once you've downloaded the file, just open up PowerPoint, drag that first 3D model of the human onto your opening slide, and we'll be all set to start designing. All right, now that we have our 3D human model on the slide, let's go ahead and resize it and rotate it a bit to get the angle we want. Once it's positioned nicely, we can duplicate this slide. On the next slide, we'll move the title off the frame. Just hold Shift to keep everything aligned. Let's first resize the human 3D figure a bit smaller so it fits nicely. Once that's done, then we'll go ahead and drop the elephant model onto the slide. As you can see, it has a built-in animation. We'll head over to the Animation tab and pick the one that shows the elephant walking. Now let's adjust its size so it looks proportionate next to the human. Now that we've got our models in place, I'm going to hop over to the finished presentation and just copy the title that says Average Height, 5 feet 7 inches, and paste it onto our slide. After that, I'll insert a line and draw it as tall as the elephant so we have a nice height reference. I'll format it to white and bump up the thickness a bit. Then I'll just duplicate that line, make it the same height as the human figure, and add a smaller label next to it so we can compare their heights visually. So now that we've got everything set up, let's add one more step to keep things nice and organized. I'm going to select the line and the label we just added and group them together by pressing Ctrl+G. That way, they'll move as one piece. Next, for a smooth animation, I'll take the Elephant 3D model and copy it onto our first slide, but I'll keep it off frame and rotate it a bit so it's ready to move in. Then I'll remove any existing animations and head over to the second slide to apply the morph transition. That'll give us a nice, seamless effect. Alright, before we go any further, I want to introduce you to a tool that's been a game changer for me in creating these professional presentations. It's called BrightSlide, and just to be clear, this isn't sponsored, it's just genuinely helpful. If you work with PowerPoint, I really recommend installing it. It's available for both Mac and Windows, and in this tutorial, we're going to use it to animate those lines. All I'll do is select the line, head over to my animation options in the BrightSlide tab, and choose a simple Fade Up animation. And that's it. So next up, let's go ahead and duplicate our second slide. On this new slide, I'm going to remove the Elephent 3D model along with the lines and the title we added earlier. After that, I'll resize the human 3D model and scale it up so it's nice and prominent on the slide. Alright, now that we've got our human figure centered on the slide, let's add a few lines to show measurements, like the head size and the distance between the shoulders. Once we've got those lines and labels placed, we'll group each line with its measurement label so they move together. Finally, we'll hop over to BrightSlide and add a simple Fade Up animation to bring them in smoothly. Next, we're going to duplicate our third slide. On this new slide, I'll remove the lines we added before, and then switch the 3D model to a side view. Once we have that side view, I'll draw a couple of lines to represent measurements, like the length of the head and the distance from the back to the torso. I'll paint those lines white for clarity, and then I'll just copy over the measurement labels from our completed presentation and place them right next to those lines. Alright, let's pause here for a quick correction. We had a little slip with the measurement. It's definitely not 10.4 feet. Let's switch that to inches so it's accurate. And with that corrected, we're all set to continue animating everything smoothly.
And just like before, let's go ahead and add our animations to the lines using the BrightSlide panel. That's pretty much it for the first part of this tutorial. In the next episode, we'll dive into the really exciting part, adding that cool flash transition that you can use anywhere you like. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.